This is just an update video. It's been about 2 weeks since I purchased this COVRT 18 bag, and I told you all that I was going to do an update video after I've been using it, just to see if I've noticed anything maybe that I really liked or didn't like about it. My initial impressions of the bag, which you can see in my first video on the same channel, they show, I thought it was quite promising, and after 2 weeks I'm happy to report that I still do. This is not only my EDC bag, it's my school book bag as well. I'm in college again after a long time. And so this pack's with me all the time, not only at school, but even in the back of my car when I'm driving around. It's always somewhere in my vicinity. And just to give you guys an idea, I wanted to kind of show you how I have it set up right now. It's kind of a school/go bag for me, and I really do like that. I think it serves both purposes very well. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into it. First and foremost, everything obviously is holding up beautifully the way that I thought it would. The stitching on this bag is excellent, and no problems there at all. So I went through all of the pockets when it was kind of empty before, and I'm not going to go into too much depth, but we'll just start here with the water bottle on the side. I use a little 1 liter Platypus water bottle. I fill this up, I usually drink at least one of these a day. The thing I really like about these collapsible water bottles is that once it's empty and I'm on the way home, I just literally roll it up and stow it away in either one of the side pockets, which is really awesome. And then I usually just tension it down and it holds it there through pretty much anything, really. Starting with the first packets here, if you'll remember, the cool thing about the front pockets is that it's got two, one on each side. I think one of them is actually empty right now, and that's the shorter of the two pockets, which is this one on the right hand side. This left one has, let's see what the left one has. I have just several feet of duct tape, just in case, tied up in there. I think that's all that's in this first pouch here. Yeah, that's all that's in there. So I think altogether there's probably about 4 feet of duct tape, maybe a little more that's put in there. Just never know. Then going right into the next compartment, I have my previous EDC light of 5 years. It's a Phoenix PD32 light. Back during this time, if you guys know anything about flashlights, this guy put out, I think it was 340 lumens in turbo mode, and that was a lot back then. Things have changed quite a lot since then, but for 5 years I carried this light, and this light has been awesome, and for as long as it works, I will have it somewhere in my vicinity. Great light. I've used it so much that even the buttons on it, the rubber buttons, are basically all worn down now, but it makes me like it even more if you're into that kind of thing. If you'll remember from the other video, it's got the MOLLE behind this center pouch, and I've used that MOLLE to attach this mini Nightcore bag, which really resembles, even down to the zippers, a Maxpedition little pouch, especially kind of some of their AGR gear. It's not Maxpedition, of course. Again, this is Nightcore, but just going into this little bag, I've kind of made this a mini survival kit. So I've got simple everyday stuff. I've got some sticky notes here. I think this is like 2 or 3 feet of more duct tape just in case. Got some paracord, and this kind of paracord I actually bought from REI here in Georgia, and it's designed purposely so that the inner material of the paracord, it is 550 paracord, but can also be used for fire starting as well. I've got a Zippo windproof lighter. This thing's awesome. Some fingernail clippers. Got a little, I guess, kind of a multi-tool. It's a whistle, it's got a thermometer, it's got a little LED light, it's got a mirror on the inside, and it's got a compass on the back, and maybe something else that I'm missing, a little magnifier as well. So that's pretty cool. Got some chapstick right here, and some dental floss. And obviously all this stuff can be used for multiple purposes. I think that's it for the small pouch. For the larger pouch here, I've got the extra Zippo lighter fluid. I have my Nightcore tip. I'm sure you saw my video in this. Since purchasing the tip, which I absolutely love this light, as I mentioned before, the biggest concern I had is that it's not IPX8 waterproof, water resistant. So it stays in this bag now because this is kind of a mini go bag for me, a mini survival bag in the event that I just needed first aid, which I have my first aid kit in here. I mean, this is a really cool little first aid kit. It's got blue gloves, sanitizing wipes. It's got some gauze pads. It's got my mini scissors that didn't come with it, but are there. You've probably seen these before. They're really cool. They fold out like that. They don't take up much room, and they're actually surprisingly sharp. I've used these things to cut stuff, and no problem at all. I've got a little waterproof container that's got an extra wick for my lighter in there and some space for whatever else you want. Some bug spray, which is always useful, especially in Georgia in summertime. Some Vaseline. Anyone who's had a chat butt knows exactly why I keep this in here. That is just terrible. I got a Right in the Rain pad with a little space pen. And this space pen is awesome. You know, I'm one of those nerds that actually literally came home, put the blank sheet of paper underneath the water of the faucet, had it running, took the space pen and was writing, and it was writing as if it was dry, which I thought was pretty freaking cool. So, little Right in the Rain pad with a space pen. And I think that does it for the Nightcore bag. So I'll get this stuff tucked away back in here again. Also, one thing too I like to do, guys, I like to always keep all my zippers on the same side, so that even in the dark and stuff, I don't have to really fidget around looking for my zippers. In this little bag, all the zippers are always fully to the left. On the right side of the bag, or on the larger compartments of the bag, everything is on the right side of the zippers, like so. Moving up now. Into the compartment that looks like a small compartment, but really has a lot of awesome room in here. I always keep the black Velcro strap that I showed in the first video here to just kind of hide whatever's in here. I have my Benchmade knife that always stays in here. It's M390 steel. I forget what it's called. I think it's a 755 is what they call it. My buddy Jeff was kind enough to resharpen this knife for me, so I really like this knife a lot. Had it for a couple of years. Got just a regular pen, not a space pen, a regular pen when I'm at school. The thing I like so much about this flap is that it conceals everything in here. So for example, I also have 2 of my spare shield mags that are on the left-hand side of this bag, but I can easily access my pen like this, which is what I always do for class without ever exposing my knife or my mags or anything like that to other students. Got a permanent marker here. I've got a few different Cliff Bars, just in case I get hungry or I'm on a long drive or whatever. I've got a little SOL blanket in the event that I need one of those guys. And let's see if there's anything else in here. I've got my hearing protection in here for when I go shooting. That might be everything in that pocket. Stuff that. Okay. And I've got a little S-beaner as well in the event that I need that. So I've got that as well. Alright. So put that back here. And it just goes tucked away like that. Can't even tell if there's anything in there. Boom, flip that over. Again, zippers to the right side. First pocket, zippers to the right side. You'll notice all my zippers are pulled to the right side here. The next pouch is clear. It's my CCW pouch. It does now have a holster in it. My buddy Jeff gave me one of the Velcro holsters that's kind of universal fit, so it's been fitted to a shield, which is what I carry every day into my Glock 17. Surprisingly, when I was doing the adjustments, it was like the exact same size, and it holds both firearms just right all the way up to completely surround the trigger guard, which I think is awesome. So there's nothing in here now. I did mention this before, and I still feel this way. A lot of other competitors' bags now are creating CCW pouches where the entire pouch is Velcro lined, so you can do whatever you want with that bag. That is the one drawback I feel like I'm going to have with this bag in the future, is the fact that there's just this small rectangular section, and I'm going to remind you guys, this opens up completely as a pass-through, because later on I'll show you as well, you can put body armor in the back so you can use this as a shield or whatever you need to, but just so you can see the Velcro compartment better. And then, I'll turn on with a light, it's probably going to be too bright. But the Velcro only covers about 1/3 of the entire wall and only one side of the wall of the CCW pouch. So it's enough to carry a weapon like a pistol or something, you know, maybe one extra mag, but I really wish that it was entirely lined with Velcro. I still feel that way. So that's it for that pouch. Let's see, going into the main compartment now. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to show you what's in the top compartment here. Sometimes I even forget what's in this stuff. I have some Loctite in this little Ziploc bag. I've got an Allen key set. I've got a mini screwdriver, and I've got some paper towels. Mentos, because I have bad breath a lot of the time. I have an extra battery cell. It's an 18650 because, I mean, 90% of my lights, especially my primary lights, all my primary lights run on 18650 cells. So freshly charged 18650 cell. I have extra cells as well, but I think for an EDC bag, one for the time being, considering the run times of modern lights, is pretty sufficient. I'll probably add another one later on, though. This little coin here. That's all that's in this pouch. If you'll take a look inside this pouch, too, I remember mentioning how deep it was. I mean, this is my hand in the bag. I could easily fit 2 of my hands in this pouch. This is a huge, huge, huge pouch. With everything I just showed you, there goes the Ziploc bag, the extra cell, the full pack of Mentos, the last Mento I got left in this bag. I mean, it is literally nothing in there. I can put still so much more stuff if I decide to in there. So go on to the main compartment now. Let's see here. So in this big compartment here, I've got my laptop. It's a 15-inch MacBook Air that fits. I mean, I could easily fit a 17-inch computer in this bag. My back's itching like crazy, sorry. It's got some school paper, some loose leaf paper back here, and I mean, like I said, I'm about to show you right now. This overhang here is just the overhang from the pocket up on top. But this is a 15-inch MacBook Air, not MacBook Pro. And just to give you an idea here, I mean, there's so much room left that if I were to pull this strap all the way down, it wouldn't even touch the Velcro. So, I mean, I've got at least 2 or 3 more inches just above. In fact, let me put more light on it for you guys. Just above the Mac, that it's actually pretty loose in there. So there's a tremendous amount of room for that. Moving into these compartments, this is kind of my power cell compartment here. So anything electric, I have my MacBook charger in here, my thumb drive, USB drive. I've got a couple different USB chargers, micro USB chargers, this one as well, and then my little Pocket Juice. I think this is a 5200 milliamp rechargeable little power battery pack. In the event my phone's running low or something like that, something that needs some juice, I've got that there. And again, you know, like all the other pockets, there's still plenty of room in that pocket too. It's really easy to shut. And then finally, in this pack here, I've got my Axe Apollo body spray here, along with the deodorant they have. I have almost 60 feet here of the same 550 paracord that I showed you that was in the smaller Nightcore bag. I really think this stuff's awesome, especially in, God forbid, a bad situation if you find yourself that way. And a life straw as well in here. So there's still room in that pouch as well. Nothing is really stressed at all in terms of space. All the zippers are just very easy to shut across. They stay shut. And then the final pack in the back, I have not purchased an armor plate yet for it, but I definitely intend on having an armor plate in the back patch here, the back pouch here, again, where you can remove the plastic lining found right here. This is a piece of plastic, and put a piece of body armor there, or whatever else you want back here, whether it's a water system or something like that. And I didn't even notice this piece of Velcro, which is pretty cool. I guess you could hang it with a water bladder or something from there as well. So, anyways, guys, this is my 2-week update of the bag. Like I said, I'm one of those guys where when I'm EDCing something, it is with me every single day. This bag has been fantastic. There's still plenty of room to put a lot of other stuff. Come wintertime, I've got a huge amount of room for even an enormous size jacket in this thing, or even extra pants if I decide to put them in here. So I'm still giving 2 thumbs up definitely to this COVRT 18 bag. I like the way it looks. In my opinion, I still think it's one of the most discreet looking bags on the market. I I always feel very comfortable walking around with it, knowing that no one even suspects that this is anything more than a school bag. So there it is, guys, 2 weeks later. If anything goes wrong with the bag or anything like that, I'm sure I'll make a video of that. If you guys thought that a lot of the stuff I had in the bag was stupid and unnecessary, let me know in the comments. If you guys think that there's anything I should add to the bag or whatever, also let me know. And outside of that, I know that we're still doing an update video on the Moab 10 and the Rush 24 bag as well that Jeff has. So just keep in touch, guys. If you like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.